Hello, and welcome to the NeSA-W Grade 11 Online Pilot Assessment a workshop and overview. I'm Deb Rogge from ESU 7, and I'm very happy to be able to bring to you this presentation to help you better implement the online pilot. I'll be taking you through some various materials that I want you to make sure you have at hand. Number one would be the PowerPoint that I'm going to be sharing with you as we go through. There is also a document called the NeSA State Accountability Online Test Administration Manual, and the copy that I sent out to you has highlighted sections in it that I would like to have you pay special attention to as we go through, and I'll draw your attention to those. Also, you should have a copy of the Nebraska State Accountability Approved Accommodations. It's a 3-page document. You should have a copy of the revised Nebraska State rubric at your fingertips. And you should also have a set of the NeSA writing training grade 11 handouts from the statewide training. Now, I received those last Wednesday when I was in Kearney attending this particular training that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Now, the training will probably take close to 2 hours. Be patient with everything that we're going to do. About the only thing that we will not be able to do because we're using this media is that there was a little bit of scoring practice using the new rubric that was provided, and we won't be able to do that because of this one-sided situation. But we'll do everything that we possibly can to emulate and share that information with you through this broadcast. Now, as you're well aware, the Nebraska State Assessment System is a partnership with DRC. Now, as you can see from your handout that you have right here, that the state is very clear to identify that we're working together with DRC. And what Ed Foy and Pat Reshevsky really want us to share with you is the fact that this truly is. Nebraska has a strong voice in how this particular piece of works with Nebraska assessment. We tell them or suggest to them what needs to happen, and then they make it actually happen for us. And that's what's really important for that as we go on. The next thing I'd like to draw your attention to is this particular diagram. Today we're going to be looking at 3 particular parts of this 3 particular parts as we go through this presentation. We'll be looking at the what, the how, and the why, and of this NeSA writing, and why we're moving from, for instance, from Nebraska scores to DRC scores, from paper pencil to online, and all of those kinds of things. If you go to the next slide, it shares that I want to share with you how the Nebraska Department of Education truly is continuing to use the and the Nebraska educators continue to direct the process of statewide assessment. There are quite a few things that happen with that. If you look at this slide right here, these are the things that we continue to be involved in the aspects of NeSA writing. As you can see, we are involved in the prompt creation, and those prompt workshops are held with groups of teachers coming together to be able to write the prompts and then create that bank that we have so that we have all the prompts that we need in order to be able to write to our 3 modes of writing. We are very active in the field testing of those prompts in order to test and see how those prompts are actually responding to students' writing. We are active also in the prompt selection based upon the field testing. In other words, anything that happens in selecting the prompt or creating the prompt. Nebraska teachers and the Department of Education are very much involved in that. We're involved in the range finding, as you can see. In other words, determining what is proficient, what is advanced, what is not proficient. That would be the range finding that's going on within there. Department of Education and educators will be a part of that appeals process. Yes, the appeals process does continue, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later also. And then, just like this, the last item on that list talks about the continued training and the communication that the Department of Education is having with Nebraska educators. That communication is happening directly from the Department of Education, also through the ESUs, on down into school administration and teachers, just as we're doing here today.